Greetings to all. Myself Kirtana Anupkumar, Department of Commerce, SF Afternoon. So here we are going to discuss about the topic Indian Contract Act 1872. Actually, the act enacted in the year 1872. So actually, the word contract meaning is an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. So, for get more idea about contract, we can just go through these three sentences. The first one is proposal. Actually, proposal or offer. Proposal or offer are same in the law. The word proposal and offer are same in the law. So, the word proposal or offer means expressing your willingness to someone is called proposal. So when one person expresses willingness to some other person, we can say that it's a proposal or offer. And the next one is promise. When the person accepts the proposal or offer, then we can say that the proposal becomes promise. So after accepting your proposal, the proposal or offer becomes the promise. And the next one is agreement. Every promise forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. So, when the consideration is included in the promise, then the promise is turned into agreement. So, here the word consideration meaning what? Consideration means is something in return or something for something. So, in the Latin term, we use quid pro quo for the something for something. So, this consideration means the money value or something for something or something in return. So when the consideration is for included in the promise, then it turns to the agreement. So proposal is expressing your willingness and promise is the when the acceptance included. When the opposite party gives his acceptance to that proposal, it comes to promise, and when the consideration is included, it turns into agreement. So, in the case of proposal or promise, here there are two parties. Minimum two parties are included. The person who gives the proposal is called promiser or offerer, and the person to whom the offer is made is called offeree or promisee. So, these are the two persons included here. So a contract is so we can say that a contract is an agreement enforceable by law. So now we know that what is contract, and from the contract we know that what is promise, and from the promise we know that the proposal. And these are the essential elements of a valid contract. Valid contract means a perfect contract, paka contract. So I just use a keyword for life can to understanding for the easy study of these points. The first 3 points for L and I for intention and F for frequency. This is life, and E for nothing, and C for competence of parties and certainty of meaning, consensus ad item, and likewise. Then the first one is lawful consideration. The consideration in the case of a contract, the consideration of a contract must be a lawful one. So if one person gains the money from some other illegal activities, it is not considered as a lawful consideration. And the second one is lawful object. Lawful object means the object of the consideration must be a lawful one, like a person desires or agrees to enter into a contract like to do some act against opposed to public policy or like illegal activities or some other thing is not considered as a lawful object. So the contract must be a lawful one. And the next one is legal formalities. In the case of contract, there may be some legal formalities like affixing the seal or affixing stamp or seal or sign of both the parties. That kind of legal formalities are to be followed in the case of written contract. A contract may be actually oral or written. There is no strict legal sense for the written contract. A contract may be a oral or written. And the next one is intention to create legal relationship. The contract must be legal. The contract must include a legal relationship between the parties. Like social and domestic relationship are not considered as legal relationship, and these are not valid in the case of contract. Only legal relationship are considered as a considered valid for the contract. For example, husband and wife is not a legal relation; it is a domestic relation. So an agreement between the husband and wife is not a perfect valid contract. And the next one is free consent. Free consent means the consent of the parties must be with free mind. No coercion or undue influences are included in the contract. If coercion or undue influence or mistake, misrepresentation are included in the contract, that kind of contracts are not considered as free consent. And next one is competence of parties of a contract. Competence means the parties must be competent to the contract, means minor, lunacy, idiot, drunken persons, alien enemies. These are not considered as a competent persons. So when these kind of persons are included in the contract, then the contract become a void contract. So a parties must be competent. And the next one is certainty of meaning. The contract must be certain and definite. And next one is consensus ad idem. Consensus ad idem means identity of mind. The both the parties, well, for example, offerer and offeree, must understand the terms and conditions and everything in the same sense and same meaning. So that says consensus ad idem. There is no misunderstanding between the concepts or agreements in between the parties. And next one is agreement. From the definition itself, we know that agreement, a contract means agreement enforceable by law. So in the contract, it also includes an agreement. So agreement is an essential element for a contract. And next one, not expressly declared void. The law declares some contracts are void, like wagering. Wagering means bet. That kind of agreements are void. So an agreement with that kind of void agreements, a contract with that kind of void agreements are not considered as valid. So these are the essential elements of a valid contract. Kinds of contract. Based on the formation, the contract is divided into two: express contract and implied contract. Express contract means the terms and conditions of the contracts are to be in the form of oral or written. And implied contract, the terms and conditions of the contract are identified by the third party or by the circumstance. And based on enforceability, these are the different types of contract. And first one is valid contract. When a contract satisfies all the essential elements of a contract, then it can be seen as a valid contract. And void agreement. Void agreement means when a person enter into a contract with minor, or when a person enter into a contract with drunken person, or when there is a not free consent is there, then that contract is that a void agreement. So when the contract is not satisfied that essential elements, that kind of contract become void agreement. For example, agreement with minor. The third one is void contract. So here the word the second point is void agreement, and in the third one it's void contract. The difference is agreement and contract. Agreement means here in the case of void agreement, the contract is void ab initio. Void ab initio means void from the very beginning. From the very beginning itself, the contract is void. So, the agreement is void. From the very beginning itself, the agreement is void. And in the case of void contract, the contract is valid in the beginning, later it becomes void. For example, war. And fourth one is unenforceable contract. When a technical defects are included in this contract, then we can say that there is an unenforceable contract. So after removing the technical defect, the contract will become valid, and that kind of contract cannot be cancelled. And the fifth one is illegal contract. Illegal contract means if one person entered into a contract for persons opposed to public policy, illegal or immoral, that kind of contracts are sees that illegal contract. And based on the extent of performance, contract is divided into two: executed contract and executory contract. Executed contract means when both the parties are completely their performance, that kind of contract is called executed contract. Executory contract means the both the parties are not yet completed their performance, maybe one or maybe offerer or offeree are not completed their performance, there are something remains. And based on the obligation, there are three types of contract: unilateral, bilateral, multilateral. In the case of unilateral contract, only one party promises to enter into the contract, and in the case of bilateral contract, both the parties are promises to enter into the contract. And multilateral means there are two or more than two parties are included in the contract. So these are the different kinds of contract. So we discuss about the contract and essential elements of a contract and kinds of contract. And thank you.